Good evening, everybody. Good evening. So, welcome to another Monday night Strength and Mobility. Just give you all a moment to set yourselves up. So, today, all you need is a mat or just something to cushion the floor. I have some water nearby in case I want a little water break. So, there will be opportunities for you to do the same. So, I'll just give everybody one more minute and then we'll get going. I hope you are all enjoying your Monday so far, or whatever day you're doing this on. We are going to start on our backs today, but we are going to get there. So if you're here already, all ready to go, sit in a cross-legged position. Just start thinking about breathing nice and deeply. So today we're kicking off with some core work, and then we are slowly working our way into a bit of more of an active flow. There still will be opportunities to stretch it out, but we do have, as always, a bit of strength in here, so it should be an all-round workout. Okay, right, well, let's just get going, shall we? So, like I said, if you don't want to start off with some core today, just find what feels good for you. So you could do some cat-cows. If you've been practicing with me for a little while, you've got loads and loads of options, so you can do that. We won't be down here for long. So if you're coming down with some core, you're going to do a roll down to get there. So we're going to breathe in, extend our hands out, breathe out. So belly button to spine, you're slowly going to roll down. So think about vertebrae by vertebrae down, as slow as you can go. Waking up through the core. There's no need to rush. If anything, there would be prizes for the last person down. As soon as you're down, take a full body stretch, breathe in, and wiggle for your fingertips and toes. And then on a breath out, you're going to hug both knees into the chest. So give yourself a big bear hug and rock gently side to side. Just a reminder, when you breathe in, think about the air traveling down, belly expanding. And as you breathe out, air travels up. Feel that slight contraction of your core, your ribs squeezing in. So more containment, I should say, than squeezing. Okay. So you're going to interlace your fingers, leave your thumbs out. It's going to go up, over and behind the head. Now you're going to stack your knees over your hip points. Now if you've been working with me a while, you'll know these action points, so forgive me. But if not, so you're really thinking about stamping your lower back down to the mat. So it's almost like you're trying to lift your bum up. That's already going to engage the core. So if you're struggling already here, just bring your knees in a little bit closer to you. So now bring deep, big breaths. On your next breath in, you're going to come up, head, neck, and shoulders. Breathe out, come down. Nice and slow. Breathe in, come up. Breathe out, come down. So really slow and control. Elbows stay really wide. And make sure there's space between your chin and your chest. And try and keep the skin of the face really relaxed. You should be getting a little bit of a shake here. Now try breathing out as you come up, in as you come down. Really strong breath. So if I wasn't talking, all you'd be able to hear was me breathing. You're going to do 3 more. And the last one, when you are up, stay up. Fingertips are going to come around, so we're hovering up. And you're just breathing here. So again, space between your chin and your chest. And we're looking up towards the ceiling and then back a little bit. And really think about squeezing your upper abdominals, lower abdominals together. Back is flat on the mat. Can you get your shoulders up a little bit higher? 3, 2, 1. Lower it down. Bring your feet to the mat. We're just going to gently rock the knees to the left. Really point the right knee down towards the left corner of the mat. Come to center. Over to the other side. So getting a bit of a glute massage too. Okay, come back in. So we're going to go back to where we were. So first find your little neck hammock. So this is to keep the tension out of your neck. So letting your hands, take some of the weight of your head. Remember, your head is the heaviest part of your body. So knees come up. Find that engagement of your lower back on the mat. Breathe in, breathe out, head, neck, and shoulders come up. Now we're going to do some bicycle crunches here now. So breathe in, you're going to cross over, right shoulder, coming over to the left. Then you're going to extend through the right leg. Instead of coming down today, we're going to come sort of to a 45-degree angle. Breathe in to center. Breathe out, twist over to the other side. Breathe into center. Breathe out, twist. So slow and controlled. Center. Twist. Center. Twist. Now you keep going at your own time. Breathing in the center. Out as you twist. If you want to, you can bring your leg nice and low. But I encourage us today to keep it at that 45 and really work on keeping your core engaged the whole time. As you twist, you think about shoulder coming up towards the knee rather than knee moving closer to you. We're going to do 2 more each side. One more each side. Bring the head, neck, and shoulders down. You're going to reach for the outer edges of your feet and then squeeze your knees into your armpits. So happy baby here. If that's too much for you, just take one leg. And then when you're ready, change legs. You're in this position, you're really squeezing your knees to your armpits. Play with taking the inner arches of your feet and then extending one foot, bringing it back to center, to the other, and then you have the opportunity to take the big toes and stretch out through both legs. Okay, cross the ankles. Now, if you've been doing these videos with me for a while, you know I like this one. Really good for spinal health. You're going to rock up and down the spine. We're just going to do a couple of these. If that's not suitable for you, just come to a seated position. So for me, get lots of like fireworks going off in my back when I do this. You're going to do one more. And then come up, all fours, tabletop position. So come to the center of your mat, find that really strong tabletop position. So all 4 corners. So think about knees being in line with the hips, hands in line with the shoulders. And I'm just going to tuck my t-shirt in. So here, breathe nice and strong. So we're all back together again now. Really think about squeezing belly button up to spine, pushing up through the shoulders, so it's like you're rounding through the tops of the shoulders. Spread your fingers nice and wide, and then shine the fronts of your elbow creases forward. Elbows are not locked. Now, belly comes down, breathe in, look forward. Breathe out, hollow through the back body, nose to belly button. So, in your own time now. And again, those of you that have been with me for a little while now, you can get a little bit funky. So, I like this one. Very weird to do on camera, but it's like wagging my tail. Pretty nice on my hips. You can do circles again. Very weird for me to be doing on camera. Back the other way. I'm going to do one more of your choice. Come back to center. Now, find that strong position again. For some reason, you're taking it a little bit easy today. When we do this, you're just going to come up off to one toe. You probably already know where we're going. We're going to that hovering cat position. So breathe in, breathe out. Curl the toes under. And you're going to rise up, letting the knees hover. So remember, you can just keep one up, one down. Now it's like I'm trying to squeeze my hands and my knees together. Keep looking down. 3, 2, 1. Come down. Walk the hands to the tops of the thighs. Keep the toes curled under. Stretch through the feet. Breathe in. Really push your chest forward. It'll feel nice if you've been sat down at a desk all day. Breathe out. We're going to round over. Okay, come back to that tabletop position. We're going to go again. If you want a little bit more of a challenge, we're going to do one leg, then the other, drawing circles. So breathe in. Breathe out. Come to that hovering position. Now, it's going to draw little circles with one knee. 3, 2, 1. Change. Still thinking about trying to squeeze my hands and my knees together. 3, 2, 1. Down. Lower the knees. Elbows are going to come down to where the hands were. We're coming into puppy posture. So you're walking your knees back until your chest comes down to the floor. So forehead is down. Getting a big open through the chest. I'm particularly tight here today, so I've got a lot of shaking going on. Try and make sure your hands are still, forearms still parallel to each other. If your forehead doesn't come to the floor, don't worry. Big breaths here. Now, on your next breath in, you're going to roll forward to a Sphinx position. So you're going to bring your pelvis down, tops of the feet flat on the floor. So check in again with the alignment of your hands. So forearms, hands parallel to each other. Now get comfortable here. Try not to squeeze through the glutes. Sphinx pose. So here, you're imagining both of your arms are on a piece of paper and you're trying to rip that piece of paper in half. Pelvis is strong into the floor and chest, try and get it forward. So strong active arms here. Now you're going to lift one foot up, then the other, and we're going to take them over to the left. Knock my bottle over, then over to the right. Arms are still strong and active. over to the left, then to the right. A bit of a quad stretch here. Now, the next time you go over to the left, look all the way back to your knees. Feel that stretch in your neck. Breathe in. Breathe out. We're going to go over to the other side. Round, look towards your knees. Breathe in. Breathe out. Come back. So find that strong Sphinx position again. Elbows underneath the shoulders. Now you can come to all fours here, or you'll curl the toes under. Breathe in. Breathe out. Press up to a forearm plank. So you make sure toes are on the ground, obviously. Heels, push them back. Nice, strong, straight line from your head to your tailbone. Breathe in, look towards the space between your thumbs. Breathe out, knees come down. Breathe in, heels go back. Breathe out, knees come down. Breathe in, heels go back. Breathe in, knees come down. Keep that going. We're not here long. Strong. Two more. Last one. Knees come down. Come on to the hands. We're going to take it to downward facing dog. So peel up from the tailbone. Downward facing dog. So a moment to catch your breath here. Pedal out through the feet. So one heel down and then the other. So biceps rotating in so they're facing the ears. Relax the weight of the head over. Now, it doesn't matter if your heels touch the ground or not. Most of you know mine do not and probably never will. You can play with how long or short your dog is while we're here, waking up through the backs of the legs. See what feels good for you today. Fingertips nice and wide. Now breathe in, slide the sole of the right foot up. Now if you need to take it down today, just going to come to all four position with that leg up. Now bend the knee. You're going to draw some circles going one way, nice and big. We're going to do 3 one way, and then we're going to change to the opposite direction. When I realise I've worn the wrong top, and it's like going into my mouth when I'm in this position. One more. Now extend the foot back again. Breathe in, breathe out. Squeeze it up, kissing right knee to right elbow. Breathe in, kick it back. Remember, you can have the left knee on the ground. Breathe out, center, knee to nose. Breathe in, kick it up. Breathe out, we're crossing it over to the other side. Breathe in, kick it up. Breathe out, we're going to step it up to low lunge. So lower the back knee. Toes can be curled under or flat on the ground. First, you're just going to check in with how it feels here. It's going to take a quick sip. Got a dry throat. So check in here. We're going to keep our fingertips on the floor. Knees in line with the ankle. Now you guys know we're really stretching out through the left hip crease. So if this is too much for you, walk your back knee in. If you want more, walk it out. So now breathe in, come light on the fingertips. Breathe out. Breathe in, roll the shoulders up towards the ears. Breathe out, come back. So I'm really sitting into this front leg today. So most of the time I asked you to come up. This time we're sitting in. I'm just going to be on the hip creases actually, if that feels good for you. Just make sure your chest is nice and open. Now, if your toes are curled under like mine, try and get your little toe, so your pinky toe, towards the floor. Really stretching it out through the lower body here. Your next breath in, belly's going to come to the top of the thigh. You know, this one's my favorite. Breathe out, come back, run a stretch. So pulling back with that right hip crease. Breathe in, look forward. Breathe out, round the head over. So big stretch through the hamstring. Breathe in and out. Toes up towards the sky. Okay, next breath in, roll through that front foot. We're going to take a gait variation. So the back foot is going to pivot across the mat. Now we're going to walk the hands over. I know you can see the back of me. And then when we've come, so your hands are in line with that back knee, you're going to bring the front elbow to the thigh. Come to sit up nice and tall here. So again, we're working through that hip. Okay, now, hands, if you're happy, hand can go in line with the arch of the foot. Breathe in, reach over. Breathe out. We're going to draw a big semicircle, coming up, straightening the leg, reaching over. Breathe in, we're going to go back the way we came, bending through the right leg. Breathe out. I'm going to draw that big semicircle. I'm going to do one more. This time you're going to round through, so bring your right hand, I think it's my right hand, yes, it's my right hand, to the floor, and you're going to walk your hands back round, just crisscrossing over, pivot on the back foot. So we're back in that low lunge position. Curl the back foot under, press it up to high lunge. So you can always stay low if you'd like. Bring your right thumb to the right hip. Make sure it's pulled back. And then breathe in. Fingertips come forward, up, and back. So your choice today, how high you sit in this. So if you're feeling kind of low on energy, come up nice and high. If we're working on strength, sit nice and low. So we're trying to work on getting that back of the thigh parallel to the floor. But then I encourage you, bend the back knee, come even lower, then push that heel back. So you breathe in and out here. Your hands are up. Keep space between your shoulders and your ears. And always bring them down to the waistline. And as always, the action point here is squeezing the front edge of the mat and back edge of the mat together. Couple more breaths here. Strong legs. A big transition here. We're going to pivot on the back foot. Big toes point the left corner of the mat. Come up to warrior two. So naturally you're going to sit higher. Breathe in, reach up. Breathe out. Turn your body to the left. Extend your arms out. Warrior two. Now here, you'll probably find that you can widen your stance. Just make sure your heel is in line with the arch of your foot. Sink nice and low. Breathe in and out. So you're trying to make sure your weight is in the center. So there's a straight line from my pelvic floor up to my face. Hands are extended out. Now breathe in, flip the front palm, come forward, up and back. Try and keep nice and low in that front foot. Breathe in, breathe out. We're coming to that extended side angle. So elbow to the thigh. Breathe in, reach over. Breathe out. Hand to the back. Come over. Peaceful warrior. Breathe in, extended side angle. I know that front leg's burning a little bit. Breathe out, reach up. Breathe in, peaceful warrior. Breathe out, extended side angle. Now we're just going to hold it here. Make sure you're peeled back through the right hip crease. If you want to, take the right hand to the inner arch of the foot like we did before. Breathe in, breathe out. Coming back to warrior two. Now straighten through the legs. Oh, that was good. Bring both toes in. Then we're coming to turn to the other side of our mat. Bring the left foot out. High lunge to the back of the mat. Then lower the leg down. So again, a really good opportunity to take a little drink if that's nearby. You can definitely feel the front of my right thigh. Okay, so high lunge here. Sorry, low lunge here. So toes curled under or flat down. You're going to lean in. First, hands are going to come to the mat. So feel it out here. Deep breaths to get your breath back. Check in with your alignment, so ankle in line with the knee. Your toes are curled under like mine. Try and get your pinky toe down to the mat. Breathe in, come light on the fingertips. Breathe out. And think about pushing your chest forward. So hands to the waistline is quite a nice one for that. On your next breath in, belly comes to the top of the thigh. You're going to take that runner stretch, left toes to the nose. Breathe in again, look forward. Breathe out, round it over. So this feels super good on this side. Remember, you've really peeled back through the left hip crease, getting a big stretch through the meaty part of the hamstring. Really feel the belly expand here. Next breath in. Gonna roll through the front foot. We're coming back to high lunge on this side. So you can remember, keep that knee down if you want to. If not, knee up. And then breathe in. Hands forward, up, back. Now remember, you can sit up as high as you want. We're working on that strength today. Bend nice and low, thigh parallel to the floor. Then bend the back knee, and then heel, drive it back. Breathe here. You can definitely feel my right hip crease. Squeezing the front edge of the mat and the back edge of the mat together. If you find you're a bit wobbly, just widen your base. So make sure your feet aren't behind each other. Now try and keep the breath nice and big. Remember, hands can be at the waistline. Next breath out. Pivot on the back foot. Warrior one. So with warrior one, my hips are kind of, I wouldn't want to say twisting. So it's not really twisting. I'm pushing again back through the left hip crease. So they're trying to shine forwards. Arch of the back foot is in line with the heel. Breathe in, reach up. Breathe out, warrior two, widen your base. So again, really here, feel that strength in your legs. You feel the push and pull, so the squeezing in of your legs. You can see the difference when I'm loose and then when I'm strong, I'm sitting higher up. Then breathe in, flip the front palm. Breathe out and forward, up, back. Try and stay nice and low in that front knee. Then breathe in, really reach up and back. Left elbow to the top of the thigh. Reach up. Now don't mind which way you breathe here, just make sure you're breathing. Come back, peaceful warrior. Extended side angle. Try and keep the legs exactly where they are. I apologize for the angle on the camera today. I have ended up being both back facing you. You're like, shut up and let's just get this done. Breathe in, reach back. Breathe out, extended side angle. So this time you could bring your fingertips to the inner arch if you want, or stay here, and then try and reach it forward. Breathe in. Breathe out. Dial everything now towards the front edge of the mat. Hands are going to come back. Step the left foot back. Downward facing dog. Breathe, big breath in. Big breath out. Really sigh it out. Let go of some heat through your mouth. Breathe in. Breathe out, sigh it out. Okay, breathe in. Slide the sole of the left foot up. We're going to draw those big circles with the knee. So you're going to go 3 one way. And then 3 the other. Remember, you can always lower the right knee down. And extend through the leg again. Breathe in, breathe out. Left knee to left elbow. Breathe in, breathe out, kick it back. Breathe in, breathe out, knee to nose. Breathe in, kick it back. Breathe out, let's take that twist. Right, left knee, so over to the right elbow. Breathe in, breathe out, kick it back, lower it down, bend the knees, slowly come down. We're going to take a rest in child's pose. So you can bring the arches together, come that way, or toes together, knees nice and wide, child's pose. So whichever variation you like best, take a couple of breaths to just let go of some of that heat here. So if you really enjoyed that sighing, you can do it here. So make sure everybody's arms are nice and active. So really reaching forward, feeling that big stretch down the back, the side body. It's a good time to take a little drinks break. Extremely humid here today. One more breath here, breathe in, breathe out. And you're going to walk your hands up towards you. Now I encourage everyone to go with the toes together, knees nice and wide. Now you're going to look forward. Really try and keep your shoulders away from your ears. You're going to rotate, doesn't matter which palm, around. So front of the elbow crease is facing forward, fingertips coming back. So we're just getting a little bit of a stretch through the forearms, some wrist relief here. Now, if this is kind of good for you, you're not feeling it's too intense, you can come up And just do a bit of gentle rocking. Now, really gentle. Be very mindful here. Again, make sure your shoulders are away from your ears. Just one more. And then we're going to change to the other side. So, as I always say, it's going to feel very different one side to the other. So you're trying to make sure you're grounded through the whole of your palm. Surprisingly, that's my right hand. I was like, surprisingly, my right feels looser than my left, but it doesn't. I just got the left and right wrong. Okay, last one, you can bring both palms around. Now breathe in. Breathe out. I encourage you not to rock with this. Now, if this is not good for you, just stick with one and then rotate it back around. We're just going to stay here for a couple more breaths. So breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Some good forearm relief there. So bring both hands around. Just going to swizzle myself because I don't particularly like facing that way. It's funny, on my Thursday night classes, I like to face that way. On a Monday, I like to face this way. Don't know why. So we're going to go back, downward facing dog. So you take your time. So curl the toes under, come up, downward facing dog. So pedal it out again. Really spread through the whole of the palm. This time we're going to do little baby crisscross steps to the top of our mat. So you're going to go one foot, really rolling through the foot, nice and slow again. The prize here would be for the last person up. You're trying to keep your palms where they are, but you can move them at any point, especially if you have a baby bump in the way. This will not be possible. Then, when you get to the top of the mat, keep your feet just about hip width apart and round over. So, big stretch through the backs of the legs, through the back. Bend the knees as generously as you need. You're just going to try and practice here, really letting everything go. So check in with the neck. Are you holding your head? If you're not sure, just do a couple of yeses. Then some no's. Check in with the breath. So big breaths in and out. You should feel your belly on your legs. Okay, next breath in. Slide the hands up the legs to the tops of the thighs. Breathe out here. Breathe in. Loop the shoulders. Really push back with the elbows. Create that nice flat back position. So the figure 7 shape. Now everybody today, really check in with your head. So I have a habit of making my chin come really close to my chest. Now let's think about the head as part of the back. So look directly down. Breathe in and out here. Really strong push into the legs. On your next breath out, slide it down. This time, breathe in, slide the hands up, but we're going to turn the palms down and reach back. So same thing. This time, really pull back through the shoulders, find the length. Think about the neck and the head. Breathe in, reach your fingertips back. Breathe out, come down. Last time, if we want a bit of a challenge, so this is our balancing pose today. Breathe in, slide the hands up. Breathe out, loop the shoulders, bring the fingertips, palms face down. Bend the knees a little bit, and then we're going to come up onto the toes. Ooh, bend the knees, belly to the thigh. So hovering tabletop position here again, but slightly different. Now you can see here that my ankles want to come out. What we want to do is try and correct that and keep them facing forward. Now look a little bit in front of you. Breathe in. Breathe out, come down. Fingertips are going to come down to the floor, then come up. Big stretch. Breathe in. Breathe, stretch fingertips up. Breathe out. Again, we're going to make that circle. So really pushing back through the fingertips. Down. Now, bring the feet together. Really strong. Squeezing up through the legs. Breathe in, stretch up. Breathe out, come back, belly over. We're going to try that balancing position again with the feet together. Breathe in, slide the hands up. Breathe out, bring palms face down. Breathe in, look forward. Breathe out, come onto the tippy tip toes. Bend the knees. Come nice and low. Ooh, breathe in. That was almost me falling over. Breathe out. Squeeze through the legs. Just holding this here. Core strength here. It's our fun balancing pose. We've worked into this. Keep squeezing. If you fall over, don't worry, come back. This is just a little fun. It's meant to test us. Check in with the breath. Keep breathing. One more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Bring hands down. Now we're going to come down into a little ball. So heels are going to come up. Sit bones down. And then you're going to round your nose to your knee. Into a little ball position. Last breath. Okay. Use the hands to support you coming back onto your bum. You're then going to spread the feet nice and wide. Now I'm using my hands here to pull my bum cheeks apart a little bit. It sounds a bit strange, but you know what I mean. So breathe in, sit up nice and tall. So this is another time where it's like a good opportunity to grab a pillow to stick under your bum if you feel like you're really rounding over here. Find yourself a little bit of space. Also, if you're kind of super flexible and get really wide, I encourage you to bring your legs in a little bit. So we're going to be here for a little while. So I want us to be as comfortable as possible through the hips. So I've brought my legs in, I don't know, maybe from here, about 10-ish degrees, something like that. So just brought them in a little bit more from my max. So breathe in, sit up nice and tall. So again, it's like being pulled up by a bit of string. Breathe out. Now, I want you to push your hands down into your thighs, bring your shoulders forward, up and back, and then toes are really going to point up, and I've got my heels up off the floor. So really strong legs here. So breathe. What I'm really trying to do is build the strength through my legs, opening through my hips, but keep upright in my body. It's very difficult. So as soon as we stop paying attention, so we're like, okay, I'm going to really focus on keeping my heels up, then my body starts to round over. So try and think about all of that, as well as breathing. Hands can come to the mat, that feels good. You can also push away from the mat there. It's kind of a nice encouraging point. Now breathe in, reach up, breathe out. We're going to come forward. You can let your heels come down. Round over. I'm really going to pull my hands forward as much as I can, keeping my toes flexed up to the sky. Again, with my big breaths, I should feel my belly here against my legs. It doesn't matter if you're just here. You can do a little bit of an active sort of cat-cow position if you're here. So you're breathing in, bring your head forward, breathing out, chin to chest. Now, if we're really reaching out, you're going to breathe in, go towards the left. Feeling that big stretch down our side. Head to knee here if you can. Also grab the arch of the foot, the toe, wherever feels good. And you're going to make your way back over. So that's the same if you're not coming down. Still the same, walking over. Feeling that big stretch down the side. Breathe in, come back to center. Slide the palms towards you. You're going to help yourself by tucking the hands underneath the legs and pulling them up towards you. So soles of the feet are going to come together. So we are coming to this kind of cobbler's pose here. Feet pressed together, sort of, let's say like your feet are like a book. Give ourselves a bit of a foot massage here. We're getting a little bit loving towards the end. So you're going to use your thumbs and really massage the inner arches of the feet. So this should feel really, really good. Some people really don't like their feet, but your feet, you only get one pair. You can't massage them now, who can? So really get into that inner arch of the feet. Your thumbs. We've got a couple of minutes left together, so really kind of lean into this. Full body today. So we're working on building strength and flexibility, so looking at all aspects of the body to benefit the rest of our practices. Now, I want you to kind of rub your thumbs up and down the arches of your feet, so right in the center. So I'm just going to go and rubbing up through my thumbs. So I don't know if anybody kind of is into any reflexology. And I'm kind of open to anything. I like to learn about this stuff, but it's very good for cleaning out the nervous system. And if not, if you're like, oh, I don't really respond to any of that, it's just really good massage for your feet. I mean, come on, everybody needs a good foot massage. So really rub your thumbs, the center of your feet. And then now we're going to draw circles, so really getting the thumb in. If you want a bit more, you can take a knuckle and do the same thing. That might be a bit rough for some of you. So just draw the circles. I'm sure for some of you this has been really good. Okay. Perfect. Now last thing together, try and get your heels as close in as you can. Just grabbing onto my ankles. Then, if I can, I'm going to use my elbows to push down. Feet are together. Breathe in, look forward. Breathe out. First, really think about leaning over, and then let the weight of the head hang over. I'm going to take 3 big breaths in and out in your own time. Last bit of work here. Doing a big stretch down the spine. And when you've done those, you're slowly going to roll up as slow as you can go. And we are done. So I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening, the rest of your day. The next live class I've got is on YouTube on Thursday at 7:30. So I will see you then. Always questions, comments. Please leave them. I really enjoy all questions and comments. And make sure that you subscribe. And I will see you soon. Hello.